Hello, kita nimlumi Jarah. Welcome to Roundtable podcast. We created this space for new Vanuatu women like me to speak freely on issues affecting us today. Let's navigate life in the islands together. Join me as I speak to a new guest every episode and ask the questions you've always wanted to ask. Ale, yumi storian. This project is made possible with the support of the We Rise Coalition and PACMAS. Welcome to the Roundtable. I'm Jarah and I'm here with the Sister Comms team, Elsie.
Hi.
And Sharon.
Hello.
Today's episode is based on menstrual cups. So it is very uncommon, apart from the tampons and pads, also known as Stay Free, also our reusable pad. Menstrual cups are very uncommon, which we are going to be talking about in this episode. So from what I've known ever since I've grown up in Vanuatu, talking about menstrual products, even menstruation itself, it's actually a taboo. So why do you think actually talking about it would actually make a change? Like it would actually bring empowerment to women in the communities, especially when we talk about menstrual cups?
I think it's just, like in the past, it's been very taboo. Even now, there's like still a lot of people who are, scared to talk about it or feel like very uncomfortable. They don't want to talk about it. But it's something that should be talked about because it's normal to have your period, for a woman to have her period, for a young girl to have her period. It's not something that, we should be disgusted about or feel uncomfortable to talk about. And I feel if we normalize the conversation, we're empowering young women to be like, okay, yes, this is normal. These are the menstrual products that are available to me and that will work for me and that will help me just basically have a good life. Like we know some young girls, especially rural areas, like who will not go to school because they're on their period, and so they're missing out on the basic necessity of education because one, they don't feel like they can go to school. Two, they maybe don't have access to these period products, or maybe they just feel ashamed because they're like, oh, I'm going through this, I shouldn't be at school, I don't feel comfortable to go to school, and so it's something that we need to normalize because it's normal. Like I don't understand why it's taboo. I know there are so many different cultural
beliefs.
Yes, beliefs why they see it as taboo. But I feel like that's something that we need to change. And it only starts when, someone stands up and says, this is normal. These are the products that are available. And we need to start talking about it.
I think for one reason why this is very taboo, it's because we consider it as dirt. The woman, we come out so people are very scared, or sometimes they feel uncomfortable when they talk about another woman. So one reason why meetings say menstruation and talking about menstrual cups and products could actually it's actually taboo is because all manali, how teaching limit all people in the community, they actually see that no woman and by not a check and by no allow to make a hemia no patron no telman or something else, because it actually after with that behavior, like all of a sudden you can want natural behavior, you mean that you may look say no that one woman looks play him should go away, or that way looks play him should hide them one way him because it's by me uncomfortable or man, or by look dirty, like disgust, and then over time all woman totally feel like no it rope me should me keep him me one and the stuff like that.
So we just want to give two fatu ting ting more discussion blumi. So we're talking about like culture and tradition, beliefs. Yeah, like you both said, it's common in Vanuatu for like Yumi looks sikmun or period or some one taboo something. And from what I've heard, like the other day during our discussion, mimi just a savea now say lo samlol island blimi time we woman mi kasem period blem or time kase sikmun blem by a mana by mi stamege walk the house with them all beginning. And I think that is a very gentle way of kana lo show him appreciation blue
and support.
Yes, lo like hadok lo one mama or lol walkway Mr. Make la house like I feel like to me, personally, I think it's a really good way of like showing your act of kindness to your daughter or your wife.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And like program stigma ya no megi imi luko sem se hemi wan tapu something. Imi luko sem se hemi wan also mitale so one different way by can imi look period, not because it's a one dirty something, not just because hemi ka se period me mini say no emi totista baba imi no say emi totista besem say imi no
Respect.
yes,
like, the
just yes, respect their boundary blame, because when you get your period you're moody and you have your days, and I swear some men or some boys will not understand, so yeah.
But that is true. Like like I said last time on our discussion, like sometimes it may come to law, the way where you me prima tol pikinini plimi. I feel like taboo is in a way is good because it may keep you more boundaries between man and woman, but also in a way it may make woman only very, what do you call it? They're very cautious about what they do, and they feel like no, I shouldn't do that for me. Make it causes limits. Like you make a more limit law woman with their man too at the same time. So one something to we come up with me hygiene the way we handle stuff. I know for one that sometimes law that you make something during our periods, we have to be cautious about our nails and stuff like that. For say, I don't know, but like that made me grow up. Like I heard like sometimes when we stop and then like was one you look sick and say, oh, I'm not touching a guy. After I say, why am I not touching? And say, no, for him poison. Like it's poisonous. What we're holding is poisonous. So, pos him touching a guy, probably and then that's what I heard, and I was like, wow. And then I believed that, like I was like, okay, that's true. And so when I got my period, I was like, I had to cut my nails, keep it clean, and I was like, okay, but me no must touch a guy. If I touch him, someone might die, and it's very bad because like
yeah, I get that too. I would get my period and then my nails would be dirty and then I won't touch the food. But then I'm thinking again, like, would that make a difference if I just wash my hands?
True.
And
touch the food.
Washing hands with soap and water, which is something that a lot of us already have access to. But I think before, yes, you mean not got soap, you not got water, and so that's probably one of the ways, like many years before, why they would say, okay, by hemi not chekakai from say she's on her period or hemi look sikmun blahem, and living in a community village, everyone by coming blah help make a kakai, and that was probably one way for them to be like, okay, by hemi not chekakai because she's on a period, we don't have water, we don't have soap, like there could be the possibility of her getting people sick.
Right.
Yeah,
but
true.
today, like that's not the issue. We all like there's water, there's soap, there's hand sanitizer that we can use. But I feel like, which like I'm not even saying like it's a bad thing, because I know some of my friends that have used it, like just trying to get out of like cooking or something. They'll be like, oh sorry, but I'm not sabi ta chekakai, and everyone's like, oh okay. And so it's still a thing like today, like people will like women will use, which is fine. Like I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like if you don't want to cook on your period, you shouldn't feel like you have to cook, because like Sharon said, periods are like a whirlwind. You get mood swings and all of that. My mood swings get pretty bad sometimes, and I'm just like, I don't want to cook, and I'll get so upset because they're like, where's the dinner? And I'm like, just leave me alone. I don't want to, and I'll lock myself in my room, but that's another story. But yeah, so I think that's why the whole thing of like, oh, and it's just something that has somehow managed to come to the present.
I think that's part of the stigma as well, huh? Like you get used lem now, or statale se that you got period bli, you want to touch a kai no and bli to this, so na you get used lem now that you want them make a kai be man italian mo si stala period bli.
It happens also la house kind of that way. I want to say, oh, it's your turn to cook. It's like, oh no, I can't. because I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna touch food. And even now they believe that, and it's like they said, it's part of the stigma, and it's one way of also breaking it is for people to understand. Well, man, not just women to understand themselves, but men also help in understanding. So back to our topic. Why do we use menstrual cups?
That's a good question. I think we should use menstrual cups. Like you said, it's not a common product. Menstrual cups, but it's a great product. Like I use menstrual cups and it's been a game changer. I've been using it since 2019. Yes, 2019, 2018. And it's completely changed my life. Like I don't have to worry too much about accidental leaks, having to worry about if my pad is on correctly, if I need to, continuously go and check on it. But yeah, it's a great product. Like it's completely changed my life. And I know other women who, woman Vanuatu use and it's changed their lives as well. It's easy to use and very simple.
Hey, Sharon, what do you think?
I am a soon to be menstrual cup user. So I think this is a great idea to have a discussion about menstrual cups, just because, like you guys said, in Vanuatu, we know about stay frees and tampons, but for me, and I know most of the girls and women don't know that, there are actually other menstrual products. So I think this is a great idea to start this conversation. And as well for me, because I'm looking forward to using my menstrual cup.
Okay.
Definitely looking forward to this discussion.
Why do you think that using menstrual cups improves hygiene, especially when it comes to period? Like when we use menstrual cup, like there are different products like pads, the reusable pads, and also menstrual cups. Right now, that is uncommon, but it will be common soon, because I've seen like multiple girls are using it right now, and I feel like it is like, it's going to be something common soon. So we have to talk about it. Like, why is it good to have to use menstrual cup? What are the benefits of it, like in terms of hygiene?
I don't know if probably people will go and research this after they hear the episode, but like to insert the menstrual cup, like you're gonna have to use your fingers, and so with that you have to make sure that you wash your hands. But it's just more hygienic, and it's more discreet. Like with pads, you have to roll it up, make sure you put it in the rubbish bin, not flush it down the toilet or put it down the toilet, because then obviously
clogged and stuff.
Yeah, it gets clogged. But like all rural communities will get a toilet where that doesn't use the septic tank. Like putting it down there causes just so many different issues. Yeah. So it's discreet. It's good hygiene. Lo sensema now, you not got any rubbish or any kind of trace that you're on your period or that you've used this menstrual product.
Yeah, that is true. Me also on the one point, like having to use menstrual cups also improves our hygiene, like helps us have good hygiene, because like you have to like you said, inserting the cup, you have to use your hands, and also pulling it out, you still have to use your hands, and it has to be extra clean, because you going to the body, and it is very important that you keep it clean, because clean by causing toti, sickness and stuff like that. But menstrual cup actually improve hygiene also from way, as a hemitalem, that you wrap them up. Like when you use pads, you have to wrap them up good tight.
There's a lot of steps to using. After you use your pad, you have to do this, you have to do that, and then you have to do this and then do that.
But it's also like the sound. I remember like, oh my gosh, using it at school and going in the toilets, and like obviously like there's several toilets in one bathroom. And so I would go when there was like no one inside, because like stripping the pad off your underwear, like this is, oh my god, I hated the sound, and I was just like, oh please Lord, I don't want anybody to be in here to listen to it. And then I would wrap it up and I would put it like I would hold onto it and dispose of it at home. Like that's how bad it was, like uncomfortable
You were with it.
Yeah, that I was with it. And so I would like keep it and then I would just dispose of it at home.
Yeah. What about you, Sharon? Like,
Yeah, I've had my experiences with the sound thing. Because I live with boys in my home. And for a period of my life, it was always me and my mom. So I would always get instructions from her because, obviously she's experienced it. And every time I would go to the bathroom, I would bring my phone with me.
Oh,
So just play some music.
That's a good idea.
Play music and then, just do your thing, take it off, wrap it up, put it in a newspaper, and then put it in another bag, put it in another bag. See, like there's a lot of steps to that.
Especially when it comes to dispose, actually have to dispose of it. You have to be very careful.
And it's so uncomfortable. Like I would always think about it. Like, what if my brothers are hearing me? Like, what's going on in their minds? What are they gonna think? What I'm doing? And they're probably opening a bag of twisties, just sitting in the bathroom. I mean, the toilet, just eating
all by yourself,
and doing my own thing in there.
Yeah.
But then, like over time, I've like grown up a bit, and then the game say me want normal something now, and they know about it now, and we know about it. So now it's just like, oh, good, I just go in there and do my own thing.
That is very good and very true though. Like for saying, like I said, where we me brought up, you make me very cautious, and we have to be very like by me same and even like I don't know about you guys, but like because I saw my period about like very early, around the last semester or class 6 for me, and it was hard because like I don't know if other girls have seen it or not, but for me it was very like private. I'll be like, oh my goodness, I have to go home early. I have to throw this. Should I throw it in school? No, I'm gonna just take it home. So I am a take homer. So I take my stuff back home and I dispose of it at home.
Wait, did you guys get the period talk before you had your periods, or?
I got it when I got my period.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I got it before, like my mom got me this book that talked about puberty and stuff, so what I would expect. So I already knew. So when I did get my period, I was like, oh, I'm on my period. And my mom was like, oh, okay, that's okay. Like, I've got the pads and everything.
Okay.
Like, do you know how to use it? And I was like, yeah. But I was just like, why is this happening now? I wasn't ready.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was ready, but I wasn't ready. Anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's the same reaction my mom got when I had my period as well. She was like, oh, okay, let's do this. What are we gonna do now? Everyone was freaking out. But then everything went well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously. That is exactly how it is. Like I said, kind of talks are very important, especially when we grow up and stuff like that. It is very important because all parents will actually contribute, help you with the knowledge, how to use more menstrual products and what to expect from it and how to react when you have it. Because I remember to say that maybe look no more. I think after me out the bathroom, my mom saw it because I wasn't planning on telling her.
Oh, really?
Yes, I wasn't planning on telling her. And after that, she was like, hey, girl, I saw what you did. Come over here.
I know.
Caught you red-handed.
So that was like that's like the type of something where you make them look secretly. And speaking of that, you will Vanuatu, you make all different communities and different areas like urban and rural areas. So when it comes to using menstrual cup, like minus have a woman or not a woman or not a community, but for me, like living in a village, it is different from living in an urban area. So probably the changes in environment, like it also contribute like how you meet the products we meet, the type of products we use, and also how you may dispose of them. So I would like to get at least some points from you guys on like experiences on how we use stuff, like especially when it comes to menstrual cup. Like, what are the advantages and disadvantages of using the cup especially because you think here because you go on rural area by you use musawania or taikamlopisa. What do you think it's gonna be like, you know, especially when you're using flush toilets and bush toilets
compared to bush toilets? I think if you use the menstrual cup, using it in the urban area is dead easy. All you need is like private, you know, bathroom, running water, and that's something that we everyone living in the urban area will have access to. But when it comes to like living out in the communities or out in the islands using the menstrual cup, I feel like because all you really need is water to clean out the cup after you use it, it will be easier. But then again, it depends on where you are, if the community or village that you live in has access to that. Because I know Katplante communities lo all outer islands plimi well kata some lol kata lina got access lo water. And like proper water and like clean water. I think the main thing is making sure that you're using clean water to clean it out. But like if you have access to that, like to clean water, like wherever you are, lo Vanuatu, then it will be, you can use a menstrual cup fine. But it's just, that's the key thing that you need to clean it out and make sure that you can continue to use it.
What about you, Sharon? What do you think?
I think it would be much easier. Also with Elsie talem, like outside little rural areas, that way you dispose of like pads. It doesn't really look nice for the environment. Even though even if you put it in a yellow plastic bag, or the big bags, I mean, you know, it's still no.
It's not sanitary.
No, I don't think it's sanitary at all. So me think say me want good something. Use some menstrual cups. It will be easier. You don't need to because I know that when we go swimming sometimes when I'm on my period, pamikaram bivla paket plo all pads one time, you know, I gotta be prepared for everything. So I would put it in a black plastic bag, and then in my backpack where I would put my clothes in and everything. That's already a lot of work for me, eh?
Yeah.
And then to take it off, like you know, the whole process of wrapping it up and then putting it in a bag. And then now where do I put it? Like where do I dispose this if I'm at a beach somewhere and you don't see a sign where they say, oh, there's the trash. Like it's very hard with their menstrual cup. It
will work anywhere.
Yeah. And like that's the thing, like say lo island tu misa ting inakat place lo lagi milo pesa imikat rubbish dump lo etas pero kata inakat. So using the menstrual cup, that's one thing, like it's environmentally friendly because you're not disposing or having to look for somewhere to dispose of your rubbish. Because I know as well, I don't know if it still happens, but got some beaches whereby you may look or stay free pads, or at least they're just on the beach because they haven't been disposed of properly.
True.
Yeah. So it's that's another good point or reason why I think it would be good for more women to use menstrual cups.
So Mimi live lo Pango, and the village, like, it is good, but I tell you, it is full of dogs. And that is one problem blow you miss a face in, like especially Mivla house when you dispose of diapers, because I have kids, and pads and stuff like that, and you must find in one place where by putu plastic like we have a high, like, you know, plus for trash,
like one of those
rubbish truck come collect them, but like if they delay or whatsoever, I'll say mark on time, like let's go tear that bag. And it's very dirty and disgusting too, if I may say, because like sometimes the morning you wake up, my mom's gonna be like, you've la altokoli pulutoti, wani kordi collect them, and I'm like,
oh my god.
My mom's like, oh Lord, not me. It's like, you, Jarah, go, mana. It's like they're just targeting me. Like sometimes, man, Jarah, toki pulutoti ele go, and I was like, okay, fine. You look me with another bag, and it's expensive. Toki pulum, I proke plastic. You would have to get another bag, like, you know, repack all the trash when you fall down with that's not a plastic, put it back into the other bag, which is very expensive. And he thought it too, because after we meet again, but me, I'm not allowed to even touch my kid. But me must go swim first time, like retake a bath after pakem good or something by again. But like it is like maybe different lo both rural and like urban areas. So that is an advantage too. Lo menstrual cup that you live lo one area like a rural area. It is actually very important. You dispose of it or something. So I think that using menstrual cup is actually a good thing for semi-hygienic. So what do you think your experience is? Like, what are your experiences in using the cup so far?
As a current user, like since 2019, 2018, my experience has been very positive. Like I said, it's changed my life. I can do what I want to do, no problem, confident to just go around about my life. But I remember first time I was introduced to it, my mom basically came up to me and was like, oh, there's this new menstrual product that I think we should try. It's environmentally friendly. It's gonna last for a long time. Like you don't need to buy a new one every time. And it's called a menstrual cup. And I immediately was like, what the heck do you mean by a cup? Like in my mind, I was envisioning this big kind of cup.
Yeah.
Because I was like, cup. Anyways, so she gave it to me and she was like, she was really, sweet about it. She was like, you don't have to use it if you don't want to, but, just have a research, take your time with it. And I was just like, the first thing that came to mind, I was like, oh my God, what if it gets stuck? Because I was like, I had never, I didn't know anything about it. My mom just came up to me and was like, this is a new menstrual product. We're going to try this. And I was like, excuse me, I don't even know what you're talking about. And so I was like, and I think this is something that a lot of young women think of, that first comes to mind when they hear about it, is what if it gets stuck? Like, I'm scared. And that's how I reacted. I was like, if it gets stuck, and then I was thinking about the process, like I'm gonna have to go to the doctors and then it's gonna be a huge thing, and I didn't want any of that. But I basically, after my mom tried it, she came and told me, and she was like, look, like, don't worry about it. I did it and it was fine. Just do it at your own pace. And so I think I waited for a couple of days before I eventually went and I tried it. And yeah, I've never looked back. I use my menstrual cup every time I get my period now, and it's been great. Like, no problems whatsoever. Like, ladies, no, it does not get stuck. Like, it will come out.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, that is actually true. Like most girls that me ask them, like, say, you had one in my menstrual cup or you've been using it? It's like, nope. But even if it was me have one in my menstrual cup, me thinks about me fried, was me for me use them. And I was like, why is that? From I think it looks like the big jump. It is actually a jump from using stay free pads to skipping tampons. For some girl, you fried finish or tampons, but skipping other looks like block up again. They'll be like, oh Lord, I cannot.
What is this?
So yes, I mean, it's a big jump to using like menstrual cups, especially when you are very regular user or stay free pads. So what are the costs anyways? Like was you want a comparable cost? What do you think? Like from all I heard, like buying pads price plan probably, I mean, average from like 90 Vanuatu to 300. Sometimes you pay people a packet 800, 900. And when it comes to like reusable pads are too, probably 500 to 650. Lo mama's life. And also tampons, it depends how much you want it. Yeah, so probably 300, cost 900. And also pants and all menstrual cups. Yeah, me believe selo menstrual cups price plan probably me 3,650 yeah, Vanuatu. And also all pants I'm pretty sure it's what, about
1,800 I think
to 2,000 something to 2,200. And what do you think about the prices? Like if you were to compare it, all pads and tampons with menstrual cups and underwear?
I think like the menstrual cups, you're spending, like it is quite expensive, 3,650 Vanuatu for a menstrual cup at ETAM, but like that's you set for the next 8 to 10 years. And so you're just spending that large amount of money, but it's gonna last you for that amount of time. But if you're spending like 80 Vanuatu or maybe 110 or 120 on stay-free pads, if you calculate that like throughout a year, then it adds up and you're basically spending
more.
Yeah, more, because you're gonna have to continue this for the rest of your life.
You gotta keep paying.
Yeah, like almost every month.
Exactly. And so like cost-wise, you're gonna be saving a lot of money. As for the period underwear, I think that's a new menstrual product as well. Misalnya say fula poli, maybe only harem finis, be only no. I guess that's the same thing with the menstrual cup. They're like, what is this product? Like, is it really gonna hold all this blood? But it's like another thing. You're spending like 1,800 to 2,000 Vanuatu on a product that's gonna last you for several years. So it's just thinking about it in long term, like how much you're gonna be spending. Like for me, I would rather, spend that amount of money to then have it last for the next 10 years instead of having to like purchase it every month.
Yeah, that is basically it. Like the UPM one menstrual cup price plan may be lesser than the amount where you spend them low or stay freeze and tampons for the rest of the year. Because like I said, menstrual cups are reusable, and but you said reusable again, keep it clean. Like the only thing you need to make it no more is do it like tibilo hotota. Otherwise you're set to go like throughout your menstruation. So is there anything you want to say, Sharon?
Oh no, I'm just listening. I think it's a very good bargain.
Yeah. It is
because I wouldn't want to be spending how much, 100 something or stay free all the time. Yeah,
that's not gonna it's like you're spending, it's a major loss, especially for you.
I'm gonna be saving a whole lot of money.
Money is like big and blue one good for something.
Or I can pay for my menstrual cup, and then I can pay for my period pants.
Yeah.
And then I'll save double money.
Yes.
Exactly.
Wow.
So it is like, it's kind of interesting, and it's also like, was you compare our price per menstrual cup and actually cheap compared to other menstrual products. I'm not saying that they're bad or anything, but I'm just saying that, you play your cards right, you're actually spending less compared to other menstrual products.
And even if you feel like you're not ready to use a menstrual cup or period pants or whatever, at least save up for it. After you can pay for your pads, you can pay for stay free and all that, but you save up from menstrual cup with them period pants, because you never know when you're gonna run out of pads.
My god, what if there's like a shortage?
See. And what are you gonna do now?
Everyone's gonna run for like the menstrual cups and stuff. The reusable products. And that is the advantage. Like now is like banning plastics or Slovenians.
Like the other year I heard about banning
diapers.
Yes, that.
They never pulled through that one.
Oh, that never happened. Okay.
But there was a big thing, and I remember there was like heaps of people on Facebook, basically, because I think it was a guy that brought it up. Like, we've banned the plastic bags, the plastic takeaways, the plastic straws. And like another thing, a common thing that you must look low, like beaches, like people not disposing it properly, is the diapers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then, but I just remember all these people saying like, no, like, why, what are you talking about? Like, you're a man.
True.
You're not the one, And I was like, okay, they got a point.
I mean, at least he's got a point, right? Like,
so, where do you think we could buy these things? Like menstrual cups? Where do you think we buy them in Vanuatu?
So, menstrual cups, for all of the ladies who are interested, you can purchase a menstrual cup at ETAM. So it's a shop at Tanaruse. And also Utalafinis, it's 3,650 Vanuatu. I know that does sound like a lot of money, but that's you set for the next 10 years. Like, you won't be buying another like stay free pad or tampons or anything like that. Period underwear, you can buy them at ETAM as well. So for anyone listening in, like if you're in Santo or another island around Vanuatu, unfortunately you may not know Port Villa, but you can buy these products at Etam, Tanaruse, Port Vila. And the period pants are like you said, 1,800 to 2,200. Again, this is a very new product. There's different styles of underwear that are able to hold different flows of menstrual blood. So whatever works for you kind of thing with the period underwear. Pero pads with the tampons, you sabe finish, you sabe any store, bomache. For the reusable pads, as we know, you can purchase it at Mama's Life or Catholic Salem. And I think they do community work as well. They go out into different communities. So suppose the Catholic community, Chinese one time,
to purchase one for you. So this is actually very important. I think it is really good that we're actually talking about menstruation and also the menstrual products that we've talked about, either pad or menstrual cup. The menstrual panties, and also pads, reusable pads. I think it's good because it also helps with women in communities to speak freely about what they feel, what they're going through, especially when it comes to menstruation. And also in one way it helps break the stigma of shame and being cautious every time about what you need to do and what you're actually going through. In one way I think it is actually helpful. And also women can also speak freely about what's affecting them, especially in communities. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree with you. This was such a great conversation. I really enjoyed it. I think for just to put it out there as well, you can talk about all menstrual capsule, menstrual underwear, period underwear, the pads, the reusable pads, everything like that. These are all products that are available to us. You may not talk about for several women, let's say use these cups, it's gonna change your life. No, we're talking about this menstrual product because we all know there's a lot of women out there that don't know about the cups, that are afraid, that would probably want to hear our experience, other people's experience with the cups, which will hopefully then empower them to go and give it a go. So it's just us talking about the products available, which is a good it's been a great conversation, I think, because I know when I first was introduced to the cup, I didn't know anyone else that used it. I didn't know anyone who kind of spoke about it. And so hopefully this conversation helps other women out there to, go out, do their research, and hopefully, if they feel comfortable enough, they can use it themselves. But if not, that's
totally fine.
Yeah, totally fine. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that is actually true. We're just trying to open up possibilities on different menstrual products and what to use, how to use them, and also widen their options on different menstrual products.
I just want to say that I want to thank you guys for actually having this conversation, because one of the things that I've picked out here is a period for us women, taimi got period plimi usum se pamdale se me one of insecurity by kena, and especially when we're out here using one or two kind of products only, we me comfortable them, so pads and I don't know about tampons, but reusable pads. And I think it's a great idea to even widen the discussion about using other menstrual products, so we're more aware of it. Because we stop for me, I think me use more pads ko hopi, and I want to try one or something now,
Yeah, true.
So it's a good change. Also with Elsie talem no for you supposed you want them use one cup or for one of my period pants. Go at your own pace, do it, and all pricing when we let talema, also me mention them. You can save up for it, and then pay it after we stop. You know, you don't need to use one time where you feel it. Time let me straight you sabe go use one now.
True.
Yeah. I really want good for discussion. Thank you guys.
To conclude this episode, I'd like to thank you guys, our guests, Elsie and Sharon, the Sister Comms team, for joining us today. You have made this episode very exciting, very informative also in terms of menstrual cups. And if you guys who are listening, you want to hear more, check out our page on Sister Vanuatu, either on Instagram, Facebook, or hear more around spoken topics. Stay tuned on our website, www.sister.com.bu, and if you are wanting to purchase the menstrual cups, please visit Tanaruze, the ATM shop. It sells two new products actually, menstrual cups for about 3,650, and also period underwear for like 1,800 to 2,200. This is Jarah. Make sure to tune in to the next episode on the Roundtable.